What's going on, traders? How we doing? Who's ready to get into some live trading action? I know I'm ready to get right back to it. I got some swing trades in the green, got Moomoo account ready to go, small account challenge, and of course got the prop account ready too. Making moves in that account, already up close to 400 in the prop account, ready to keep working in the small account and do what we do best. Get to our processed approach. If you guys are ready for live trading, let me know your number one stock to watch today in your watch list. Put it up in the chat. Let's get right to it.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
What's going on out there, traders? Who's ready to get back to the action? Of course, let's take a look into the market, see what we're seeing out there. And then, of course, I'll get into some Moomoo, take a look at the account in a second. But SPY, of course, making a big move here. And we're up there towards 424. I really think we can make a move to 430. Is that going to happen today? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. I'm looking for it. And that's when I expect to finally see maybe the AI exuberance go away. But the truth is, we don't know how far this is going to climb. And the AI exuberance is to the moon right now. And so we just got to keep an eye out to see how much these can climb. One stock that I'll be watching today for maybe a big move is like an AVGO, right? It didn't do much during the earnings, but it's been sideways, kind of red. Some people might not be watching this, but if it goes through 790s, this could really make a big move up. So, of course, you got to be careful on a stock like this that has about like a buck wide spread, and it's about what, $700 stock. So you're not going to be able to get like, easily 100, 200 shares of this. You're probably going to have to go a little bit smaller to manage the size risk. So if I went after this, let's say even in the prop account that I have 85,000 that I can use, I only want to use probably just a little bit, maybe get like, I'm thinking maybe like, 20 shares or something like that, 10 shares or something like that. Because the truth is, you can easily see this stock move like how much on a daily. So we can use the ATR, right? That's this bottom line you see down here, the yellow line above the volume. This has 35 points easily in a day. So you got to keep that in mind whenever you're risking. All right, so we do got other stocks, of course, that reported today. Broadcom, not bad report there. A beat and a beat. Q3 revenue outlook, not looking bad either. So I would keep this one on watch, and it also has mentions with Apple, so that could keep it running. Lulu, quick bounce back. It got up there to 378 after really just getting whomped on recently, and then finding a little bit of some bounce here with the earnings. Am I trying to go long on Lulu today? Hell no. I don't believe that one at all. And I think that could turn around. MDB, huge move up today in technology in that stock. So keep that one at least on your radar. For me, it's a no touch because it's just too far. Asana's one I think that could get going today and really drive. You can see how it's been trying to drive on and then doing this kind of little pullback action. I'm going to look for this to kind of do it one more time, right? And so if it could come back, hold some prior support, let's say around 23.18s, not break that, get back into below the 24s. I can look for kind of like a red to green move here where it goes slightly below here and then takes that next move higher. We'll see what happens there in Asana, but definitely on my radar today. Of course, ARKK is swing trade that I have on right now. This is looking pretty good. We got this at 30. Well, I got this at 39.06. Let's see if this can really take off. Now it's up there towards 41s, and I'm going to keep riding this ARKK swing. This is one that I'm looking for a big return on. And the big thing for me on this one is just let the market do the work, not me. I already did the work by getting a nice entry. Now I just got to let this do its thing. I have 39.06. Let it keep working. It's 41.63, up 6.54% right now. I'm going to look for this one to keep moving higher. And I do got, of course, one of my biggest swings right now, and it's been a big win, a pretty big win. It could be the biggest win of the year if I taken it. I'm up about 15.75% on Norwegian Cruise Line and been looking for this to go up in this box, the 17. We created this on the 25th. May 25th, and now looking forward to get into that box and then take some profit, maybe take a little bit off and then just let it continue to work, because I think this could even make its way back towards $18, $20 eventually. Norwegian Cruise Line, I feel like I got this one down packed. Really nice swing trade for me on Norwegian. I also got Mara yesterday. You guys know I've been watching this daily action, looking for this to kind of continue. Got this at 9.94 yesterday for the 10 break. I'm going to look to see if this can get to 11 and 12s for the swing and keep that riding higher. Square is another one I grabbed, and I did get some of Intel. These are the swings. Got through the swing action. Now I can tell you guys what I'm looking at for day trading action today, and it's going to be fun. Like always, there's always plays to look at. Right now, Apple's been making a big move. Meta's been making a big move. We got to be careful, though, because if you're looking at some stocks right now, they're kind of a little bit flat compared to the way the market is. I'm going to see if these tech stocks can just stay strong today. That's what I'm trying to play. I'm trying to play these long, but I also will maybe look for a little bit of some red to green action. We've been getting a lot of kind of bull traps open, big pullback, and then a big run after that. Let me see today if we get that red open and then a green move. I love red to green moves because it gives me the ability to risk off support versus buy on resistance. All right, but catching you guys in the chat, what's going on out there, team? How we looking? What's going on out there, team? I see you guys, and don't go crazy, guys. I promise. Ryan Faluna will be here, and even Zunaid a little bit extra today. I told him to hop in around 10 a.m., so stick around, team. We got a lot for you guys right here on Benzinga, of course. And I don't got my Dolphins jersey on for nothing. Got to support my Miami teams, win or lose. That's how you do it, team. We got to keep battling. And yeah, you're going to lose sometimes, just like in trading, right? What do? Focus in. Do what you do best. Get back to your skills. Let's get after it. All right, let's go and see what we are seeing in the chat. If you guys got smaller names you guys want to check out, definitely throw it up there, and we'll get into the action. Can we see you buy shares? Yes, you can, Derby. You can, and I could show you that. The big thing also is, I'll let you know a little bit more about that, Derby, is that, you know, one of the biggest things is that we try to be fully transparent here too. And of course, we have Moomoo, so I try to show you guys that it's the sponsor of the show. So I try not to, you know, show too much of Trade the Pool here for right now. I do talk a lot more about Trade the Pool on Start Swing Trade. So if you want to see more of that action, me putting in those orders and seeing everything of that platform, check out Start Swing Trade. That starts at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern every single day. So check that out a little bit later today, and you can see more of that action, right? Of course, on Moomoo, you guys see everything, and I try to keep sharing that for you guys to keep moving forward. We'll see what else is going on. Wendy needs some book club link. Yeah, of course, I'll throw up the book club link. We got over 500 members of the book club. I think the book club is really my #1 way to give back this year, and that's what it's all about. So if you guys are looking for one way that I can help you guys move forward, I really do think it's the book club. So if you want to join that up, hit that link down that I just threw up in the chat. And what is this going to do you? It's going to do you the honest favor of not only will we read books together, but we'll come together to kind of test the knowledge, really try to grasp that and put it underneath our belt so that we can continue moving forward as traders. I was even thinking about it the other day. I was like, you know, the book club is one of those things that it's all about just paying it forward. It doesn't really give me that much of a benefit. I have no sponsorship. I'm not charging anyone for it. The real key there, it's all about just trying for me to give back to you guys. All right, let's keep going. Let's take a look at what else stocks you guys are looking at. UCAR being mentioned in the chat. That's an exciting stock, definitely. We can take a look at it. I'll tell you the truth. I probably won't trade UCAR, but that doesn't mean that I can't take a look at it. You guys know I don't shy away from any stock as long as it's a stock, right? Or as long as it trades on the actual exchange. I don't like trading OTC stocks. That I will definitely tell you. But let me bring down my screen. I'm going to share my Moomoo screen here, and we can take a look at what's going on, of course, with UCAR. All right, so you guys see the screen here. This is my Moomoo account. I'm going to pull this to the right so you don't see the quotes right now, but we can take a look here. Not doing too bad on the account, 564. Really ready to go ahead and start June, right? We did a hell of a good month in May. Going to continue pushing in June, and we'll see what else we have to offer for you guys. So definitely smash the like. Let's take a look at UCAR and see what we're seeing. All right, so UCAR, there it is. All right, so right now we're on a little bit of some pullback action, right? And that's what I can see on UCAR. And one thing that I'd be looking for is, can we get back to yesterday's resistance? So I always look for this type of move. So if we go to the hourly chart, this is going to help us really kind of decipher here if we can make our move there. And you know what? I'll go to the 15 because I'll be able to pull it back enough to kind of show you guys that. So one thing that I look for all the time is, can we get back towards yesterday's resistance? Yesterday, we fought this resistance for a while, which was around the 1110s. And then we also fought one that was slightly below it, right? That was kind of closer towards around here, the 1055s. So somewhere in between that's kind of where the pullback levels that I'm looking for. That'd be a slight move down below kind of like 1164s. Let's get a little bit closer to the action and see where that really would kind of line up with today's action. And so you can see how kind of we're finding support right now around the 1170s. I'd look for a little crack lower towards kind of the 1130s or 1125 and then a recovery. But it seems like it's already recovering here. So just keep your eyes on kind of a trend line approach. That's another way to kind of look at this, right? You can see how you're approaching that trend line right now. Now, this is a 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down. So technically, you shouldn't break this according to my rule of 3. So even I might have this wrong here. It might just try to hold onto this kind of support and then just take off. So I'd keep a watch on it, right? It doesn't mean that this is ready to kind of rip there, but I do think that if it can hold maybe that support, maybe give you a wick down here into this space and then recover, it'd be looking really interesting on UCAR. All right, that's UCAR. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at some other ones. I see MMV blasting. I can take a look at that. MMV. Let's go to that and see what we're seeing here. So it looks like a nice little push there to 3. Let me check the daily chart in this stock. I haven't checked the daily chart before. 95 cents. This looks like a stock that's trying to get to $1, but nothing that I really like. I don't like this daily chart. Not really something for me. Yo, what we looking at, Carmen? What we got? Let me know in the chat. Smash the like, guys. Can we get some likes up? All right, where we're at here. Catching up there. MMV, Smoke Tuna likes it. Can you comment on MDB? Yes, I got you, Auto Ken. Let's take a look. MDB, I think it's a little bit too far from where it is right now. Just because you can see on the daily, you're right by some resistance here. The stock has been ripping and ripping. I mean, you're up there now towards 377. If you look at here hourly, you're like kind of extended away. So I'd look for pullbacks below 365. But I feel like this stock is just really strong right now. I wouldn't fight it. Definitely on the short side. But I also don't see too much that I can go after today, right? It's pretty above. One thing that I would look for is maybe this gap fill. Look at this gap. So there's a gap here that I think is very important to kind of catch here. I would be looking for that gap to kind of fill. That's definitely something that could be something you look for. So keep your eyes out for that gap to see if we can get that to fill right here. And that gets you up there towards kind of the 320s area. Let's see here. Yeah, it gets you up to like kind of the 320 area. So that's kind of the area that I can see gap filling. So of course, this is a little bit more of like kind of swing trade talk, but you can see that gap right here. Let's see if it fills that up. UCAR link to Carvana. Carvana, really nice move yesterday. Now pulling back. So this is giving us a nice little pullback right out the gates here. 930 pulling back. Carvana, big pullback out the gates here. So be careful there out there, team. I'm seeing some quick pullback in Carvana. Qs overall kind of sticking in there. I'm going to share my other chart so I can have an extra camera here and show you guys a little bit more of what I'm looking at. All right, there we go. All right, let me add that one. Of course, I can show you guys this chart, see how the sectors are doing right out the gates here. Basic material, energy, and technology. So tech, of course, that's where we're looking at. We'll see what happens there. Consumer cyclical, also an area I'd keep an eye out for if we're going to have a big green day. We'll see what happens here. Let's find out. All right, stocks coming up here out the gates. I want to go ahead and just take a look here at the SPY to see what's making moves here. Sorry, I just had to move Hendricks there. I'm like, come on, dude. I'm trying to focus here. Dish moving higher. Halliburton moving higher. NCLH, my swing, baby. I'll keep an eye out on that one. AZO getting a little bit of a bounce. AT&T got smacked with that news that Amazon could be coming out with a wireless service, cellular service. So keep your eyes on that move. And I'm just going to look today to see what kind of gets a lift. One thing to keep an eye out for is kind of oil getting a little bit of a bounce today. Of course, I'm going to keep a watch. It had a really strong day yesterday, really strong morning. We got OPEC meeting this weekend. So that's going to be a very important outlook to catch. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get after it, team. What do you guys like out there? All right. What's the price entry for Boyle? I'll take a look at that. Matt said, I already hit my goal on MMV. Well, there you go. Not too bad on there. MMV, I can take a look at that. That's up at towards about $3 right now. We'll look to see if that pulls back here, but it is trying to hold 3. What was that other one you guys gave? Let me take a look there. Just scroll back. Carvana. How's that doing? That's back there to 15.15. Now starting to catch a little bit of a bounce here. I got to look around, try to find a trade here. I'll let you guys know if I find anything. Time to get my different things open, man. I got so much things going on. And don't worry, Ryan will be joining us in just a few minutes. I think he'll be here probably before 9:45. So stick around, team. We got a good one for you. IoT called out. Can you look at Qualcomm? That's one of the strong stocks that I've been looking at to get a nice little lift. This is pulling back on the day right now, but has made a big push in the last couple of days. I'd look for maybe pullbacks closer towards the support around 115.93, which is a prior resistance. So see if that acts as support. We just kind of went close to that 115.95 on the recent hourly candle. And I'm looking at it right here on my hourly. You can see kind of that resistance right now. Can it pull back and create this support here and then take the next leg? That's what I'd be looking at. And you can see how it's pulling back right now. Q's ripping higher, though. Something's making moves here. Datadog, big push up there. So if you're looking for a stock that's strong on the day, definitely big move here by Datadog. I'd like to pull back here towards 101. Wouldn't mind taking a shot there on Datadog. It's been a big stock before. Now starting to push, software name. Could try to come back towards 100, right? That'd also be a nice logical entry. And you're getting a pullback already here, close to the VWAP. We'll see what happens here on D-Dog. Talking about the biggest D-Dog there is, he's out there. He'll be joining me just shortly. My man, Ryan Faluna, will be here. You know, the true Datadog out there.
You got that right, Mitch. How's it going this morning? Sorry I'm late.
Nah, man, not to worry at all. You're not late. You're right on time. Let's get to the action. Datadog moving on MDB. Nice action and nice comment there by Jay. So I'm going to take a look there. As you guys see my prop opening up here, we'll see what happens. I'm going to get that ready to see if I can take some trades and move this around here. I need some more screens, man. I need another computer.
2 computer setups the way to go, Mitch. I fully support that decision.
I'm with it, man. I'll get there. All right, taking a look at D-Dog already bouncing there. So I didn't get an entry at 101. I'm going to look for a little bit more pullback. I would like to get a 101 fill there for Datadog. I don't mind taking a shot, but I'm going to look for a 101 fill. It only went to 101.40s there. And I got to also keep in mind that this stock is probably going to be a stock that I got to take it easy on the entry. Can't go too crazy because it does move a significant amount. We were just at 103.73. I'll risk about like a point if I can get 101 entry. All right, it came back there to 101.33. Still not taking the next lift here, but keeping an eye on it. AVGO is another one that I wanted to keep an eye out. Already ripping through 795s. I could have got that VWAP bounce, missed that team. And this one's going to be a little frustrating one. I was looking also at 790s, the risk off of 780s. Missing AVGO right now. That's a big move on the day. And a little frustrated on that one because I did want it. It's a bigger stock, but it was one of my top stocks to watch today. I'll look to see if I can get a pullback to 795 or 797.
UCAR bouncing off of that 1123. We're back up around 13. So I think if UCAR can continue to build some strength here, we might be able to take out that pre-market high at 1523 on UCAR. Lululemon with a nice little move here after earnings. I would have thought that this would have gone down here. Didn't play it at all. Glad I didn't because I would have taken a big fat L. Lululemon continuing here. This looks like a potential gap and go trade if you're in it.
Looking good in some of my swing trade outlook, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Not looking too bad in Square. Big push in Square today.
Big push.
Nice, nice. That's a nice swing trade I have on there. Can look to also day trade, maybe PayPal on this pullback. I like this. Oh, I went too fast there. All right, I'm just jumping in here. This is a chase there. I'll tell you guys. I just grabbed a little bit of some Datadog, looking to add also on PayPal here on pullback. But I want it on a pullback below 64. It already kind of jumped there. We'll see what happens, but big move there on Datadog. All right, looking around, guys. What do you see out there, Ryan?
Well, I'm looking at Rain here right now. This is a small cap stock. If it can take out 128, maybe we can move towards the highs at 137. Little bit of size there. Decent volume, and it was up yesterday, so we might have a play here. I'm kind of watching this right now, no position. And then the other one that I'm taking a look at here, Mitch, is going to be IMGN. And to be quite honest with you, I'd love if you could chart this one for me. We take a look at IMGN. Okay, hang on a sec. Rain coming up to this 128 spot. Anyway, IMGN, Mitch, we're up here again today. Let me get this back on here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. We do have a floating island that looks like it's trying to break to the upside. So interested in IMGN as well.
All right, team. We'll see what else is going on here. Just trying to battle here. Where'd PayPal go? Man, I was I didn't get filled on the PayPal there, and then it just took off there. Big mistake there. I got Datadog on the pullback there, but we'll see how that one works out here.
I'm in Rain for right now at 128 in the main account, but I'm gonna have a real tight stop on this. I don't mind rebuying this if the setup gets better.
I got Datadog instead of PayPal there on that move, and we'll see how it works out. But
Raz saying the bird has an opinion today. He's actually cleaning himself. He's gonna have a snack now. I'll let you know if he says anything, though, Raz. I got you.
All right, looking around to see what's happened here, team. PayPal is really one that I wanted, but already kind of took off. Looking for pullbacks. It's holding 64 now. Man, that would have been a good one. A little slow on the reactionary time today. I just watching too much, man. It's just a part of it. Having, like 3 accounts open, watching multiple stocks, having the layout, it's just a lot sometimes. It causes me sometimes to make execution slowness or mistakes. and missed out on a really good trade there. PayPal now pulling back to 64s. This looks good there for me. I have to step up here though, towards 64. Last time I would have got 63.95, so it doesn't look too bad there. We'll look for a 5-minute pullback to 63.90s on PayPal, but I already missed some of it. Datadog at least looking a little bit better, but still not really taking off. At least I got close to that 101 on the NAD there. So I'm a little bit into the green, a little bit into the red, just mixing around right now. All right, let's see if Datadog can really make this move up now. I'm going to look for a little bit of pullback and then look for it to really start making a move. All right, PayPal at 64.10. Doesn't look too bad there. Just bounce off of VWAP. Datadog pulling back a little bit here. All right, there. Now I got a nice little push. Average is at 101.34. Now we're at the 102s there for Datadog. Let me go ahead and put that up since I'm not in PayPal right now. It's too much going on. I'm just going to focus with Datadog. See if I can get this up there towards 102.50s and 103s and really start climbing this up. 103s is where I want to take a good profit there. It seems like we're running into the trend line right now. Let's see if we can pop above it through the 102s, start holding VWAP, start making a nice move here.
Bernhard, that's awesome. Hopefully you get to actually watch them leave the nest. I had some baby birds, some baby wild birds outside here that were in like the roof and they all flew away, but I missed the morning that they dropped out this year. I've seen it a couple other years, but I missed it this year. Still watching rain here, still in it, but close to cutting it as it continues to pull back here on rain.
All right, battling in here. We'll see what happens. D-Dog already pulling back a little bit there. Just looking for it to take out the 102s and move higher. All right, if I look at my positions today, best one for sure on the swing is Square. Arc not doing too bad either. Big pullback there for D-Dog. Got to be careful. All right, how's the Qs looking here? Qs are at 355. They've been strong all day. SPY's been strong all day.
Entire market strong out of the gate. Remember, yesterday was the first of the month, so you had inflows. You got the VIX being smoked down to the low 15s here, so I'd be looking for a reversal at some point.
Sticking to the trade right now in Datadog. We'll see if it can make the move above 102s. That's where I think it could really get the spike. It's turned around right there last time. 102.02s, 101.98s.
YJ, if it breaks 50 here, could go. It's already bounced pretty good off 35 for you penny players out there.
All right, let's see if Data Dog finally wants to make a move above.
You guys are talking about PLTR. How's Palantir doing after that short report yesterday?
Smoke Soon says, becoming the new beast.
I mean, it look, pull back to 1450 and an immediate bounce. Looks like it's trying to go higher here.
Come on, Data Dog. Let's get to this 102. Where's my wall? All right, almost got there towards that 102. And then what does it do? Turns right back around. So not looking that good for me right now in Data Dog, but we'll see. I mean, at least it's hanging in here.
IMGN turning around here. Still waiting in rain. I'm down on that trade. Close to stopping out. IMGN really kind of reversed from the top. See if that catches and bounces. That could actually move.
Getting a downturn here, and Data
I was
Dog
gonna say,
definitely getting tested.
Entire market pulling back here, Mitch. Went right to a pivot, a resistance pivot, and then reversed. That would be the SPY that did that. Dow didn't quite reach it, and neither did the NASDAQ, but all three of them pulling back here now. Ryan, love the dodgeball reference that you're giving us here. We're not on the Ocho, but close enough.
All right, we'll see what else is going on. Trying to battle here. PayPal took off, man. That's gonna be frustrating.
So what happened on that PayPal?
I just didn't. I wasn't quick enough. Wasn't quick enough.
That's that, Mitch. You sounds like you're describing my story of all week.
Wasn't quick enough, man. Gotta be quicker than that, man. Gotta be quicker.
You know, I know the market's pulling back here, but the action today doesn't seem as fierce as it has the rest of the week. I wonder if any of you folks realize the same thing or have the same impression of today. No, it's early, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely getting tested though. It's just hard to hang on here. So we'll see what happens. Data Dog coming down here, really testing me, guys. Might get out. Need to see if this is just a wick test here. There's support right underneath it around the 129 area, but needs to come right back.
Megan asking, can you take a look at WLDS? Megan, this actually is fairly decent here. I mean, I think that if we can get above 213, maybe we get some more action here on WLDS. It's doing a good job holding up since this leg up. You can see that we're kind of in this consolidation area. Let's mark off some levels. Oh, no. That keeps happening to me. Let's mark off these levels here. We got this one. We got this right in here. And then let's take a look at this support as well. So this is what I'm looking at on WLDS. Really need to get above 221 to get some more juice. 236 would be possible if we do it. Stop here, 188. Yeah, this is a text pulling back here, Jay, and I totally understand taking some of that risk off. Those stocks have been, some of the stocks holding up the entire market, at least in the case of Apple, Nvidia, and Netflix. So we'll see. We'll see where these end up going. I'm expecting a tech pullback.
All right, might get stopped out here in Datadog. It's just battling right there on the support. But my hand's literally on the trigger to get out.
My hand's on the trigger to get out of rain too, which is why I'm not flipping through tickers here, folks. Sorry. Not looking good. Breakouts did not work yet again, it appears. Some laggards getting bought. Jay, my gut tells me that we see a tech sell-off because the industrials are stronger. And generally speaking, I mean, I would think that that's going to be the next move here, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, rain is a double bottom, Dead Reckon. Maybe we'll get a bounce here. I'm still in it. I'm down on it, still in it. Was never green on it, so we'll see if we end up going here. But yeah, it didn't break that. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that 121 break. If we were going to start printing 120s on rain, probably going to get out of it. But this is, I think, what you're talking about right in here, right? And it actually bottomed in the pre-market too and tried to trade back up. So we'll see if we end up getting the same thing. A break of 128 here probably has us test 137. But looking at the volume here, we really need this to kind of expand some more. We're a little bit away from VWAP, but we really do need this volume to expand.
Trying to see if this candle can go red to green here on Datadog and then come back up. But it's been a tough day for sure so far.
Been a tough week for me, Mitch. I'm looking to turn it around here. Nothing yet to turn that around, but still waiting. Tough week.
Yeah, when I went to get into PayPal, I ended up grabbing a little bit of D-Dog, and then I tried to get PayPal, wasn't able to get PayPal, and then, of course, it jumped on me on price. So then I missed the actual trade I wanted to get in, got into D-Dog really early there, so I've just been working it, but this is going to be probably a mistake that is really going to cost me. So right now I'm just trying to work the position, but that's the important thing, but definitely a mistake. Literally,
when you get in these situations, Mitch, managing your way out of it is
the only way. It's the only way.
You can't take it back. So got to manage your way out of it. I'm confident that you'll be able to do that. Really, the question is going to be, what does the stock do?
Yeah, the real thing here is that at the end of the day, I rarely make this type of mistake. This is the rookie mistake, really. This is that type of mistake.
Good on you to own up to it, because the first hurdle in overcoming a mistake is identifying the mistake. And a lot of people,
100%, man.
a lot
I
of
haven't made
people,
one like this in years.
a lot of people in this business are sometimes not comfortable criticizing themselves. And I think that actually does you a disservice in the long term. So the fact that you're able to identify, hey, I made this mistake, I've got to manage my way out of it, and then I'll reset after that, that's probably the right approach. I would imagine everyone in here has had a mistake trade at some point. I know I have.
Yeah, the only thing that is a little bit of a benefit is at least it's not my real day trade account, it's the prop account, but it's still like, come on, Mitch, you're way better than this.
You know what really bugs me is when I buy TLSA instead of Tesla.
Oh man,
that one's annoying.
it happens, man.
It happens.
It's just one of those things that now I'm just managing it to see if we can come back up, but probably gonna take a big hit and ruin like the hard work. This is why it's so frustrating, right? Because we do a lot of hard work in trading, and the number one thing we don't want to do is ruin that hard work. And this is that type of mistake where I'm ruining all the work that I've done.
Yeah, Jay, this is a choice comment right here. Guys I follow on FinTwin and Twitter never make a mistake. Jay, I've seen this too. I've seen, we've all heard the adage, there's no losing trades on Twitter, this, that, and the other thing. Mitch and I, and Zunaid as well, have discussed this in the past. This was not something that we wanted to do here. The reality is that all real traders make mistakes and have losses. Mm-hmm. And the ability to learn from those losses is going to be more valuable than some successful trades. And especially when it comes to your process. And this is something that we try to focus on all the time. I'm not gonna BS you. If I'm struggling, I'm gonna tell you I'm struggling. I'll show you when I take losses. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. You got to be able to manage it and get through it. And if you can't, you won't be in this game for long.
Yep. Hands on the trigger here. If we don't get no recovery of 100 on this 5 minute, I'm out. Thing that affected me too is that I've been lately doing a little bit more because just the fills have been really great. I've been doing more of like market fills. That also affected me here.
Yeah, market.
Something that I don't normally do.
Market orders are going to guarantee you a fill, but not a price. And sometimes when you have a tactical plan, if you use a market order, you won't get the price that you had in your plan. This happens to me too, Mitch. In fact, sometimes when I'm trading some of those range breaks to the upside, if I put a limit order in, I will end up not getting filled. So sometimes I'll use a market order, and if the price starts to run away, my entry is actually higher than I expected. Now my trade plan needs to be changed around.
Oh, boys. Definitely taking a huge whack there. And it was all on mistake, right? Because what I intended to do was to purchase PayPal there for 300 shares. And instead, I got a stock that's $100 stock versus a stock that's down that moves like maybe 30 cents to a stock that moves like $1.50 there. I managed it pretty well there. If it would have just gone right through the 102s, it would have been an ability to try to get there right back into the green. But it came back down through that 100, definitely taking a whack today. And it's one of those things that it's like, damn, man, you were doing so well indeed. And you lose your focus for a second. Could have been easily. I mean, I'm here by myself trying to manage like 6 different things. And right when Ryan came on, that's when I made the mistake. So, hey, it is what it is. And it's going to cost me today.
Sorry for jinxing you, Mitch. That was not my intention.
It's not you, Ryan. It's more me like trying to deal with 7 different things. And then that can cost you, right?
So this is an important discussion to have too. If you recall, at the beginning of the small account challenge, I pretty much exclusively moved over to my small account. I was calling different potential plays out from the scanner, but I wasn't trading them in my main account. I have a very, very simple reason for this. It was too much stuff going on for me. And I knew that by taking on more things at one time, I was liable to make more mistakes. I knew that going in. And so I kind of adjusted that. And even now that I'm kind of going back to the main account and making trades in it, not one time in this challenge have I had an active day trade open in both accounts. I had the swing trade when I was holding the ETF, the SOXS ETF, but that's not the same as looking for a very, very specific movement on a day trade. And I did that intentionally because I knew that I'd be putting myself in more position to make mistakes. And I just wanted to limit my mistakes as much as possible. So I totally get it. When you're trading a whole bunch of different accounts, you got 8 things going on. Slack will not shut up. It does that. That's just how it goes.
That's just the life of using 4 different platforms at once, and it just is what it is, right? The good thing is I'm still in the account. I had a lot of net profits. I ruined those net profits, but hey, that just is what it is, right? At least I'm still in the account and still able to battle another day, and we'll see what happens. Do I think that Datadog's still a good stock? Yeah, I mean, even if I would have been at the correct sizing, this would have been a really small hit, and I could maybe even get back in it on the day. This is just me doing what? Execution mistake. And it doesn't happen often. And it's been happening with a little bit more of this prop account just because it's just a little bit different of a platform. Not used to it as much. I haven't made one mistake in the Moomoo account. That at least makes me a little bit better. But damn, I can't remember making this type of a rookie mistake in years. So it's one of those that definitely is going to frustrate me.
Now you will. Hopefully you'll hit some home runs and watch some good baseball this weekend. By the way, LTVX is gone. That has now run. Rain coming back up to my buy. So this is encouraging that this isn't over yet. Jay Rice here saying huge fade in the Qs. Dow remains strong. This is exactly what we just talked about, a few minutes ago. Tech liable to sell off. Industrials remaining strong. That's what we're seeing here today. Mitch, part of the whole thing with the Datadog trade is that you were stuck in it when tech started to sell off.
Yeah, so it definitely didn't help. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out for a second. I have a meeting here that I'm going to take really quickly. I'll be back. Zunaid's going to jump in to try to keep things going. And so you guys will have him to kind of jump in, bringing him on here. So I'll be back in about 30 minutes. And I'll try to get into another trade maybe, but definitely not the prop today.
All righty, man. Have fun with that meeting. Don't get fired.
Happy Friday, Zunaid.
Happy Friday, my friend. What are we trading today?
I'm in rain, and I bought it at the high on trying to hit the breakout. It pulled back. Now it's trying to return back to that 128. There was a little bit of size there, so I'm actually waiting for that size to get taken out. Any pop above here will probably close this trade. The one thing that we're really going to need for this to actually work out is going to be an expansion of volume. We're seeing a little bit of buying volume right now, but this is not going to be enough to take us over. We're back at 128 now. Let's see if we can break out here.
Come on, Rain.
Come on, Rain.
Let's see what else we've got going on. UCAR
feels squeezy here. Rain through 128. All right. Let's see where it could go. More size here at 130 on Rain. Spot that I'd be looking for that I'd like to get here is 137, but it doesn't have the juice.
Shit.
At least.
Sorry.
You okay?
Well, car just went like $1 in 2 seconds. My bad. But you go ahead. We'll cover it after you. My bad.
Okay. Rain needs to get through 130 here. We'll see if it does it. Zunaid, you're up.
Yeah, cool. So I'll go ahead and a lot of alerts going off. I'll get to it here in a second. But Rain, the reason I rudely interrupted you there is because you can see in 1 second it kind of jumped like a 75 cents. I didn't know what happened. You can see the volume on the bottom, but let's go ahead and get out of this chart here. Let me go ahead and fix a few things, try to jump on in. I don't know what happened. Somebody purchased a lot and then sold a lot, something like that. But anyway, we're in with 50 shares here. Our stop loss is going to be right below this area here. So we're going to risk about $50 and see if we can get a breakout above 13 if we can. I'm not looking to sell till we get to about 1464. That's what we've got there. On Netflix, I'm in this trade here. Just tried to go ahead and you can see here you had resistance. I was hoping for that to kind of end up being support. My price on the fill wasn't that great, but we're looking to sell near VWAP if we can get it. And I'm also in on the Qs. Okay, never mind. I was in on the Qs, and it looks like my limit order hit. Let's see what we had. Where's the limit order? There it is. So there's a limit order that was filled. Basically just grabbing it off of the previous close of the 352 area, which if we go to the 15-minute, you can see you had resistance on this side. So I like the previous close. You also had pre-market kind of bounce from there if you trust in that wick. and we'll see if we can get a little bit of a higher movement. So 2 tickers I'm in is going to be UCAR, UCAR, and NFLX, Netflix.
All right, and real quick here, Megan is saying, I think we need a Benzinga Trader Conference. Megan, that is a spectacular idea, and it is not a new one. There are a lot of people that agree with you. So here's what you folks can do. If you folks could create a polite email requesting that Benzinga do a trader conference, please email that feedback to shows@benzinga.com and events@benzinga.com. I'll go ahead and put both of the emails in the chat here. The more that you folks request this, the more likely we are to do something like this. So show those here that make the decisions what the customers want, and let's see if we can get that done.
We had one in Vegas, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. It wasn't. None of the people here were a part of that. I don't believe. Events@benzinga.com. All right.
All right. Looks like Crow's telling me that it was a dark pool print and nothing on the time and sales, which is interesting.
Here we go on rain. Rain through 130 now. Let's go. Let's see if we can push 137 is what I'd like to get. We'll see if we get there. We might not get there in one foul swoop either. Here we go on rain. 133. It's taking some more size here on rain.
You've also got UCAR pushing now, 1303s. I'm in again at 1259s. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's see if rain can get through 133 here.
Let's do one in Prague. Hey, look, if Benzinga want to pay for it, I'm there.
Here's rain at 134, trying to take out that size. Done, 135. Let's see what we can do at 137 here. Rain, nice is a nice move for any of you that caught it. Let's go. Come on, Rain. You're so close. You could really pop if you take this 137 out. Here we are, 137 up. Let's pop above and go, folks. Rain coming back here.
Yeah, kind of a couple of pennies right off of that 137 that you talked about. Nice pop on UCAR, looking to go high a day. Currently,
put your charts up, Sunid.
Yeah, so I've got a double box for you here. So,
you're the best.
Yeah, I got you. So on the left side, you've got rain that Ryan's looking at. I've got UCAR here on the right that I'm looking at. We're in at 1259. We've got almost high a day coming up. So you can see resistance right here. And again, I'm not looking to sell till we get to 1464. So it's a 2-to-1 trade for me. VWAP on rain on the 1 minute, excuse me, for me is about 129. Should be 127. My apologies.
Yep, all good. That's what I have as well, Zunid. My entry was 128, by the way. Definitely not going to let this go red. Unsure if it takes out 137. Hoping for that, but we all know hope is not a strategy.
You've also got new high day on UCAR.
Rain back up to this 135. There's a little bit of size there, and they're actually hitting it, so we'll see if we can actually end up taking that out.
Come on, giddy up. Halt up would be nice if we can get it on UCAR. Now, in a situation like this, right, our 1-to-1 has been met. So it's kind of like, hey, do we take the gains or do we stick to our game plan? At the moment, I'm going to stick to my game plan. If it doesn't work out and I get stopped out, I'll cry about it in private. No worries. Why are put options? So I haven't even looked at put options on UCAR. Oh, did anyone get it? Did you see the call options that came in on Boeing earlier?
I did not. I had a meeting this morning where I couldn't really watch the market, unfortunately, which is why I was late. But if you could run those down, we got a lot of Boeing fans in here. I know Ryan's interested to hear what you have to say about that.
Boeing 215 calls came in on the ask at approximately 9:44, expiring September 15th of this year. So here is, I'm going to put the 1 minute chart up. What I say, 9:44, I think is what I said, right? Yeah, because I know I traded it as well. There you go. So this is, you can see the pop, right? You can see the volume uptick here. And you got the pop. I got to move and I got out of it already. But again, just for the folks that didn't hear me, 215 calls coming in on the ask, expiring September 15th of this year, approximately $3 million worth. And of course, keep an eye on the open interest on this one later on to see if anything gets closed or not. And let's go back to UCAR. All right, come on, baby. Let's see. You've also got Win. By the way, remember yesterday, chat, we were on with Mark and we talked about options coming in on ticker WYNN Win that were expired. I think it was in July.
Taking rain off here. Sorry, if I'll play it again if we get another break. But taking rain off there, small gain, only $50. I'm gonna go to the washroom.
No worries. So yeah, if y'all did take it, obviously adjust accordingly. Hopefully y'all made money on the trade if you're still in it. But that was a beautiful move on Win. Keep an eye if we can especially go ahead and break the $100. But let me go ahead and lock in since he is no longer in rain. We'll go ahead and put up. What was I about to put up here? I don't even remember, to be honest. We just put up the Qs. If I could spell the Qs, wouldn't that be nice? There are the Qs. Again, beautiful bounce from that 352. Nail that trade. It's not often I get to bottom ticket. Let's go ahead and brag a little. Oops, did I get stopped out on something? What just happened? Something happened on D-Dog. I didn't realize I had an order on D-Dog, but we'll take a look at it here. Is it a winner? Is it a loser? What is it? What was my game plan here? I genuinely don't remember. Oh, I'm short. That's what it is. I wanted to go short off of the 100. I was trying to figure out why I even had this ticker up. Now we'll just go 25 cents, see if we can get back down. Not worried about it. If you are looking to short D-Dog, though, I think a solid area for you would be near VWAP, which is around 178. You could get a much better entry than me, as I was about to donate a Chick-fil-A sandwich and then some. There you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, here's Ucardo. Here's Ucardo. Here's Ucardo. Come on, baby.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
You're good. We broke that 14. We need to sustain it. There's 14.11. New highs on Ucar. Let's go, go, go. See if we can get a crack at our fills. All right. Nice volume coming in as well. Just don't want it to knife. That would be terrible. That would make me cry. A halt up would not be something I would complain about.
God, do I play rain or do I play UCAR right here? I don't know.
You should try to buy it at, like, I don't know, 14.65, you know?
No, I mean, this is moving here. And I mean, I can just go 100 or 200 shares and make this not really that big of a deal. But I don't want to do it just because I'm bored. Rain pulling back now. Happy with my exit there. Oh, I'm green today. All right.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
Coin pulling back here today. You got the market bouncing. All three indices, SPY, Dow, and NASDAQ are bouncing. Rain taking more now here.
All right, you're back in. Let me go ahead.
No, I'm not in. I'm not in. I'm just watching it. I'm just watching it.
I gotcha. QQQ don't want Z to cry. I mean, we already traded here. Let me brag a little bit. Look at this. I don't often get to. So the low of this candle is 352.01. I got it at 352.02, like a boss. Obviously, I didn't get the top move, but we won't talk about that. Back to you, car. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Trying to stay disciplined. I will say it is very hard not to just say, you know what, 80 bucks in the bank. Cool. Done.
Rain to the highs here.
That up. Oh, here we go. Testing that 137 again.
Yep. UCAR going. Should have bought that one.
Sold it. Here we go. 1465. We are out. Let's
You're
put up a double box.
1523, the spot where it goes bananas. Big pop here above 15. Great job on UCAR.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. There's 1527s possibly looking to halt, and I see rain on the right as well. Let's go.
Trying rain again here at 137, half size this time.
Oops. There we
go. UCAR stopped right at that level here. Let me do my charts here real quick. Look at that. UCAR stopped right at the level that we identified, folks.
Yep. 1520. So both of these tickers that you and I are looking at, right? They got stopped in their tracks at the areas of, for me, it was pre-market. For you, it was after hours high right there at that 137. All right, something to keep an eye on is I'm going to remove my UCAR since I'm not there. I'll keep your rain up on the right. D-Dog, right? Now, look, we're coming up against that 101 or 175 resistance area in terms of the VWAP, which is you have a resistance area right there on this candle, as you can see at 950. If you wanted to, once this candle closes on the 10-minute or the 15, you can possibly try to get in around $100 and risk $1 and see if you can get that move, since this is up approximately 6%. It's obviously relatively strong. My best, nice. Congratulations, Walter. That's awesome. Best week this year.
Wow, good job, Walter.
That's awesome. Let's see, AMD. We could take a look at AMD. Part of me wants to go short here, but I won't. What's Win doing? Get to 100 yet? And see, this is why you want to, go back to UCAR, still have your rain up, but this is why you kind of want to take your gains and have a game plan. Because you just look at that, straight up hit resistance, came down $1 and change.
That's exactly right, Zunaid, and that's exactly why those key levels are so important, because they basically give you a roadmap for both entry and exit.
Yeah. Especially because it's like, if I'm looking at it, you're looking at it, that means 97,000 other people are looking at it as well. Right. So you want to also, game plan accordingly. But now the question is, do we get into CAR? And a part of me is going to nibble just a little, And then I'm going to go ahead and nibble a little bit more here. Oh, man, I think it's going to come down. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to come down. We'll just move this down here. All right, we'll try to grab 50 shares at 1304s, which is right near VWAP and also the previous resistance that we encountered earlier today. Eating organic berries. Nice. I need to actually go shopping later today. What's my schedule look like?
Costco tomorrow. I'm stoked.
I just got Costco Instacart yesterday, so we are good.
I think if Rain loses 132 here, I'll stop out on this second piece. And again, part of the strategy here, I went in half size. First scalp was for 1,000 shares. The second one is for 500. So even if it moves against me, it's unlikely I'm going to give up the gains that I have. That's just kind of the tactical way in which I'm trading it a second time here today. And we'll see if we end up breaking here.
Let's see what else we got.
All right, stopped out of Rain there, but that's okay. Still in the green on that ticker. We'll look for something else here.
Wow,
UCAR
way
looks like
to
it pulled back.
time it. Way to
Yep.
time it, Ryan. Look at that.
It's gotta just watch it. Gotta just watch it. Key levels, have the trade plan. I'm glad it's working for me today because this week I've struggled. Big knife on MMV, you folks are saying. We'll take a look at that. Rain might still set up for the rest of the day too, so I'm definitely going to keep it on watch here. MMV, big pull, but bouncing.
Got it up. Yep. Pull to the $3. Ooh, and what a bounce of
What
a
a bounce.
dollar.
What a bounce. And there's
we
through
break
4.
four?
Bid brought in at 4.
Wow.
See, so
Wild.
sometimes you'll hear me say, in terms of trading some of these small cap volatile stocks, you'll hear me say, you're better off buying the pullback. This is a classic example of that. The stock knifed, went right down to VWAP, actually pulled a little bit beneath VWAP, and then bounced hard. So buying that pullback is
There we go.
going to be the way to go. By the way, Lululemon, huge earnings yesterday. We're right at that 370 level, which made for a good short level in the past. It'll be interesting to see how it continues to react.
It's not that spready. If this VWAP wasn't right over,
Look at Kyle. Look at Kyle here.
Nice.
Just scalped $570 on MMV on that little dip and rip. Way to go, Kyle. Way to take that and capture it and turn it into a profit. That is awesome stuff.
Especially because we're now low a day. Way to go. Way to lock in
Oh,
those
wow.
gains.
This is all over the place.
All right, looks like I got filled on UCAR at 13. So we are now long UCAR. Stop loss for me is going to be approximately 1231s. So that means gains at around 1376. Do I want to do that, or do I just want to do? That's fine, whatever.
Dude, Kyle, getting it done, putting in work, at work, trading from his phone and banking. Dude,
Nice.
Let's go. What a Friday. Let's go. Love hearing that. Congratulations, guys. Let's go. Guys and gals, sorry.
How dare you? Sorry, I'm just like hawkishly watching to see if we're gonna, because a part of me wants to just not take gains till maybe the 1450s. Should we be greedy? Yeah, let's be greedy. Why not? It's a Friday. All right, I'm gonna move my take profit up. Stop loss is gonna stay the same, though. We won't compromise on that. Let's clean this chart up a little bit. Let's move this out the way. Because, I mean, it is fighting that resistance area right here, right? So once it pops, I'm hoping it can get above 14 and rock and roll. Ooh, got an email. Got an email that says, enjoy Disney Plus for $2.99. What? Come back and save only $2.99 a month for 6 months of Disney Plus Basic. That makes sense. All right, let's take a look at some other tickers. Here's Win crossing 100. Look at that volume coming in to push it above 100. D-Dog back down. That VWAP was no joke for it. Let's see what else we've got going on. And you can see the Q's rejecting VWAP there as well. What is weak today? AMD's weak. So if you're looking to short AMD, and if you're looking to short a ticker, let me go ahead and give you a contender, in my opinion, if I could just get this. Okay, whatever. So you can see how it's been finding support at this 177.99. So if you're interested in going long, I mean, what a great risk reward here, right? You low a day, you get out. Simple. However, if it breaks and comes back on the retest, I believe you have a good chance to go ahead and get this one short, as it's down 1% when the market is almost up almost 8%. So a nice little risk reward set up for you, depending on which way you want to go and depending on if you're willing to be patient, as well as D-Dog back above 100. 1340s here now again on UCAR. That was random. What was random?
Don't know. Don't know what he's referring to.
What was random? Man,
yeah, tech
really
selling off. Jay, did you take any tech short or anything that exposes you to a downside tech move? I talked about it and didn't take it. Let's take a look at SOXS. Yeah, that was a good one here. That was a good one this morning. SOXS was focused on the small caps. Didn't take that one.
Carvana about 15 again, but below VWAP. So keep an eye on that. Ooh, what a beautiful bounce. 1450s. Come on. Come on, UCAR. By the way, for the folks who were hanging out with us yesterday, if you did take those Carvana calls, they went as high as, I don't remember. I still have my one piece left because I was greedy. Went as high as $3 from like 80 cents. So hopefully y'all were able to profitably manage that trade.
Nice trade, Zunaid. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I still have one left, which almost got stopped out. My stop out is at entry at, I lied, it's 5 cents below entry. My stop loss is 75 cents on that one option remaining. Right now, my comment is random. LOL. The funniest part is I think it was yesterday when Raz tried to type a ticker, I think, into his broker or something, but he typed it in the chat. I've done that a few times.
Oh, yeah, that's a common occurrence.
Yeah. Man, I really do want to play D-Dog, though. I really do want to play D-Dog, though. I really do want to play D-Dog. All right, I might try it for small size, but it's below VWAP, though. No. All right, we're in D-Dog, hesitantly. Here's Carvana looking to get above VWAP itself. I should have bought it at that 1450. That's on me too, especially with that previous close there. I mean, the pre-market. Yeah, we do drawing it out. Okay. NVIDIA bounce hard. Let's take a look. It's coming. Ooh, okay. So thanks for calling this out. If you're interested in going short NVIDIA, I think you've got a nice range of resistance that it's got to get through. One of them is your... So I'm going to go... I know it's a lot of drawings here, so let me quickly go through it. Previous close is a dotted line. I believe that can act as resistance. We've got this resistance drawn at 397.54. Why? because if you go ahead and look left, you can see that was low at one point in the opening candle on this 10-minute. And then it had broken that support area. Now we're coming back up. And you also have VWAP. So I'm not saying, hey, this doesn't get up. I'm saying if you wanted to go ahead and find multiple areas of resistance, in my opinion, you've got one. The closer you can get it to 397.50 or so. Netflix found support at 396. So similar story, right? If you're looking to go short Netflix, in my opinion, the closer you are to 400 in this area, the better, because you've also not only got the whole number 400 that it's having a tough time to get over, but you've also got the VWAP right there. So maybe risking about $1 or so could be a way to go, as UCAR not able to get the move that we want just yet. Also got a nice entry on this one. The low of this candle was 13, or fill is 13.04. What about Meta? We can take a look at Meta. Meta should be interesting to watch. What is it? When's Apple's event? Monday? I think it's Monday. If Apple's event is on Monday, keep an eye on any unusual options coming in on the put side for Metaverse or Meta platforms, excuse me, to take a hit to the downside as Apple reveals some things. Here we go. UCAR testing VWAP again.
What up? What up?
Mitch is back, folks. Let's go.
What's interesting is there's someone behind AB's laptop, and that's not AB. And I was like, wait a minute, did
Just
you
put
get
her
long
on,
hair?
right?
No, though, don't.
No. You don't want to do
My
that
hands
to
are
your
here
teammates.
just in case he does it. It wasn't me. What's funny is that individual is eating, I think, oranges or and they have no idea that we're talking about them.
That's how it is.
Oh,
Woohoo!
man. That's hilarious.
All right, we'll see what else is going on, guys. Intel pulling back a little bit here. Still haven't seen the Qs bounce there, but we got some bottoming action there. We'll see if it comes back. Will this be the classic 1030 reversal? Right back to the upside. We got the 945 topping, and that's what happened there, Ryan. When I look back at it, you can see 945. Boom, Qs get slapped.
Yep.
So let's see if it comes back, man.
Feel free to share your charts again since you had
Yeah, I
hopped
got
off.
you. I could share my charts. I'm probably not going to take a trade today because already just ruined my day. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes, team. Sometimes
Mitch,
you make
it's a
mistakes.
Friday. I expect you to be out at the diamond. Your day is not ruined. You got your health. You got power
No,
in that
definitely.
back. You got speed in those wickets that you run on. Your day isn't ruined, buddy.
No, it's just how it is, right, guys? It's just a part of the game. One thing we want to always do is learn from our mistakes. And I haven't made this mistake, I think, in literally like 4 years. So, hey, you live and you learn sometimes. And today is one of those days where I'm learning.
We talked about Netflix being a short opportunity off of that VWAP and the 400. That's exactly what we get, a pullback of about $1.
Not bad. I like that. That's called
if you're looking to go long, I would wait
fade,
for,
baby.
Yeah, if you're looking to go long, I'd wait for a 15-minute candle to close above VWAP to have an idea as D-Dog is coming down as well. UCAR, by the way, about to stop me out if it hits the 1231s. We're looking for a 2-to-1 trade on this one. We had the 1-to-1, but we were greedy.
Happens to the best of us, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what happened to
Palantir. Did do that little pullback right out the gates. And drew this up like to see if we would go into that little space to see a little bit of a dip buy on that UCAR. It did do that nice little move. Somebody was able to nail that at least. All right. Well, hey, you win some, you lose some. I went from being up over like close to 400 on the prop account to being right back down 300 or three something. So, hey, that's how it goes sometimes, team.
Decent looking chart here. CBAT. Maybe this can curl back up, take out the high and go. This needs volume in order for this to work. No position here, and I'm not looking to enter until we get some more volume. Volume's really kind of dried up. You saw we did have that nice push here earlier that drove it up. But with tech pulling back here, gotta wait till the volume shows up before we take this one.
Industrials riding higher today. DE
Yep, that's what we talked about.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that. So that's definitely something to look at. So you see industrials up, basic materials up, consumer cyclicals, an area to look at. Department stores bouncing right now. Macy's driving higher, KSS driving higher. It's right on the VWAP right now if you want to take a look at that. JWN not looking too bad. So you can take a look at some of the retail stocks right now if you want to go ahead and look at that. Macy's, KSS, not looking too bad there. So you're definitely getting a decent move there in retail. Let's go to the Explore tab. What do you see there? Department stores. Boom. That's what it's about. And catching industries is really what I'm all about. You see aluminum up today, steel, coal stocks, copper. What do you see a lot here? Basic materials. So basic materials seems to be getting a pretty decent day there. Copper, agricultural input, steel having it, X trying to give it to you. Gold and silver pulling back. Those are the only ones in the red there in basic materials. Some metals and minerals doesn't look too bad. PLL, one that I was watching for, completely missing this move here. But man, nice little move there in PLL, moving higher to 62.91. Look at that little VWAP bounce. Really nice play there. So maybe like LAC in play today. That one's trying to get right above the 21.25s here. This is not a bad outlook here. I kind of like this. It's trying to fill in the gap and just go higher.
You've got Carvana above VWAP now on the 15-minute, currently trading at 15.33.
I kind of like this LAC here. We'll see if it goes higher. Don't feel like taking any trades more. Just a little bit all over the place today, so just going to take it easy.
I just try 100 shares on Carvana since it's only a 5-minute close above and not a 15 that I'd prefer. Stop loss is going to be $20. $20 we're risking to make about 40 if we can get to the previous close itself. The contracts that we have are contractor singular.
Long LAC here. Great call, Mitch. I'm going to take 200 shares here, looking for some upside on LAC. Would love to see this push to 2150. If it loses, I don't know if I want to hold all the way down. Let's see. With 200 shares, I'll give this a little bit more room. What the hell?
If you believe in crayons, this is a trend line there from the pre-market to the session high.
Also got ALB up towards the top of the range. I like SQM right now. I'm also looking at that one. That's a little bit more expensive, but looking into the space, right? PLL's one, MP Materials, another one here towards support here off 2160s. This is one that's just try to kind of almost bottom out right now. So MP Materials, not too bad of a name. LTHM is the last one I'd probably give there. That's having a decent day too. So LTHM, pretty decent day there. Kind of like the weekly chart on LTHM as it's building back at recent resistance, creating support right around the 23.27. And today you just kind of did an undercut and rally off of that. Like it. LTHM looking good. All right. MP Beach Bum. Lulu coming back now. I felt that this was going to come down, but I didn't have the balls to short this. But it is coming down pretty significantly now. Lulu taking definitely a turn there. And my thing was when I looked into the report, what did I see? This was the line that stood out to me. Inventory at the end of first quarter in 2023 increased 24% to 1.6 billion compared to 1.3 billion at the end of first quarter. What does that show me? If inventories are increasing, that means they're not buying.
Oh, shoot.
My thesis was as the consumer continues to weaken, $160 yoga pants are not going to be as palatable as they once were.
That's how much they
100%,
cost?
right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're not cheap, man.
It's
If you want to go cheap, you got to go Fabletics.
What is
Athletics
that?
requires a membership. It is cheaper, but it's not all that much cheaper. Viore is going to be another competitor there. Amazon has a bunch of knockoff brands that people like.
Fabletics always tries to get me. I think my wife buys those, and then so they're trying to give me the introductory offer. The introductory offer is pretty good, but other than that, I probably wouldn't buy them.
Here is, what is this ticker? Carvana. About 20 cents away from 10 cents away, excuse me, from having our gains taken. I am interested in Nvidia. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a small size. Oops,
Nvidia.
here's Netflix coming up as well. I'm going to take 25 shares on Nvidia because it's below VWAP, it's below the previous close, and it's below the resistance area. So yes, there's a lot going against it, which is why we're going to take a smaller size here and see if it can break the trend line on it. But if it does, my profit target, again, is going to be about $399.43. So we're aiming for that 400. And let's go ahead and check out NVIDIA here as well. Not NVIDIA, excuse me. Let's go ahead and check out Tesla. Not Tesla, Netflix. Good God.
Good Lord.
Here you go.
You're like me, man. Hello,
All
all
over
over
the
the place.
A little bit all over the place. But here it is, right? So you've got Netflix that's looking to break above the 400. 5-minute dead close above. We'll see if it's able to sustain itself. I would rather it be the 15, which you can see is having a little bit of tough time getting over it right now. Here's UCAR able to bounce back and not hit my stop loss by a penny. Thank you, stock gods, for that. And here is Carvana, approximately 13 cents away from us taking gains at the previous close level of 1580s. And here's the NVIDIA.
All right, guys. I'm
trend
getting ready
line
to
there.
try to take a trade in the Moomoo account here. Just need a little bit of a pullback fill here towards 65. So I'm looking for MP materials orders out there, team, to try to get in on a pullback at 2165 on the Moomoo. Moomoo.
Here, but you got me all excited. I thought you said Apple was the highest it's ever been.
It was, right?
Real quick,
I
Megan.
was looking at it live, but yeah.
Megan saying, agreed, Ryan. I believe this is in reference to the Lululemon pants being expensive. I'll say this, full disclosure. I have Lululemon pants. They're my favorite. I'd like more. I also saw there was a comment here about very nice men's shorts. Indeed, their golf line is exceptional. I don't have them yet, but I'm looking for them. But I'm just not in the. I'm just not looking to spend several $100s on a couple pairs of pants. Becca shouting out UTRS. That's of course uterus, one of our favorite. That's moving here. Looks like that might take 35. I'm going to pass on the penny play, but a good spot there nonetheless.
Orders out there. I'm just looking for a little pullback fill on MP materials here, but I'll see if I'm able to get that fill.
For LAC, I'm not going to let it go red on me. We'll see. You know, I only have 200 shares. This is a very, very small trade, but I'm just not going to let it go red.
Okay. I see a trend line break on that chart, and I see it kind of holding up right around 2125s.
Oh, man.
I don't know what your entry is.
My entry is 2124, baby.
Okay, so at least you know where the trend line kind of move is, right? So I always look for stocks to do a move slightly above and then also do what right after? Well, after that, kind of catch the bounce there. And so what is that move called? That's called the throwback look. So if you see here, I'll show you guys it on LAC, a move above the trend line, catches trend line, and then goes higher. This is classic technical analysis, throwback look. We'll see if it works or not.
D-Dog, by the way, back above 100. Hello, that's my lovely face on camera. Okay.
There you go. Why not?
Not sure what happened. Not sure. Okay. All right. Not sure what happened.
Janae does not like to go full screen on, man.
You know, I don't know. Anyway,
it shows the
D-Dog.
blemishes in his haircut, so he doesn't want that at all.
Yeah, look, you know, my line is kind of fading a little bit. You know, I didn't. All right. Anyway,
I didn't see
here's
no
D-Dog,
fade there,
though.
bro.
You know, just a little bit of a fade. Here's D-Dog, though. We try to go ahead and get this one above 100. We went through some turbulence, but now we're headed to the upside. The question's going to be, do we get greedy or do we stick with the 1-to-1? Probably going to stick to the 1-to-1, especially because we're already in UCAR that we're dealing with at a break-even trade at the moment. You've got Carvana that's hasn't hit our profit target just yet. And then we've also got NVIDIA that is now going up against the resistance line. In my opinion, if we can go ahead and break above this and have a little bit of basing, we can go ahead and tag 400 once again today. But we've got to get through it here shortly.
No fill there, man. I thought I would get filled.
Take care, Milky.
About 1 cent away from getting filled here in MP. Trying to take a trade here, team. Trying to bounce back, get the Moomoo action going.
I did not have me saying Milky on my bingo card today, but that's what's happened. All right, let's see if Netflix wants to test 400 as a 15-minute closes above.
I got it. Entry in on MP. All right, guys. So here is what I would call, and you guys know how we do it. It's a Moomoo call out. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'm long on the small account. Let's see if I can keep the small account going at least. Haven't made mistakes in this account. So first things first, right? What is important? Risk preservation, right? So figure out where's our risk, right? Where are we getting out on? And that's closer towards 2150. And what would that be? That's only a 375 loss. So I could even give it a little bit more. Average loss in this account, $4 to $6. Got to keep it within that range. That's the important part, right? Discipline. So we'll see what happens there. Can even go down a little bit below 2150s. Could get maybe towards even the 2145s there. But I'm really looking for a move back above 22s here and the dailies to get right back towards the resistance. Resistance is up towards like 2230s, 2250s. If I can get back up there, I'll sell it out. We'll see what happens.
Unfortunately, I took LAC off here as it kind of came back down. I'm just not looking to hold. Sorry, I was looking at UTRS on another chart.
Not a worry.
I did take LAC off. We'll see if it ends up going here. Didn't really make anything. I consider that about flat. I was positive $6, so that's pretty much zero. But nice setup here, Mitch. Just didn't go for me. I was hoping we got a push away.
Yeah, I mean, you got the volume, I think, in the expansion candle on the 5 on that kind of 1040 move. So I still think if it can hold the 2125, it doesn't look bad, but that's where it needs to hold, right? We don't know if it's going to hold it there or not. Sometimes on moves like that, if I'm okay with just a penny or a penny lower or something like that, I sometimes will just do like the stop limit or something like a stop, and then just let the trade work it there. Sydney, I never tried to talk you out of rotation. I simply always tried to point to what the industry is doing. Like I always tell you, and we talked about this, right? Oil can rotate. And what was the catalyst that we talked about? OPEC plus. What will they do? Why is oil turning around right now? Well, because OPEC plus meeting today, baby, or this weekend. And so you're not going to know what happens until you come back on Monday. So some people are playing the bet that they do an OPEC production cut. Last time they did that, price of oil jumped. So we'll see what happens, right? That's the important part. Keeping your mentality on what could happen. XOM driving higher today. Freaking Hendrix.
What's Hendrix doing?
That's why. So Hendrix is the one who put me on full Zoom.
Dude, you have no idea. He almost flipped my screen.
Hendrix putting him on blast. Joyce, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday.
Joyce. See ya. Here's NVIDIA, by the way. Went above the previous close, resistance, VWAP, all that good stuff. I'm looking to take gains at 399.43 if we can get there.
Hendrix just got removed from the room. Just to kind of give you an update.
There's Mitch.
All right, I'm back.
Cat gate is on to see what happened with Hendrix. We'll find out on the other side.
Hendrix got put out. That's what happened.
UCAR did go ahead and get dropped. I did go ahead and get stopped out. Still in Carvana. Who's Hendrix? Hendrix is Mitch's lovely cat.
Yes. Little Jimi Hendrix gets feisty sometimes.
Yeah, but he's the sweet boy.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's sweet. He just was trying to sleep underneath the the display because he's trying to get away from the lights that I have on. So he's trying to like just get underneath it, and he literally just pushed the whole display up. I was like, yo, you're gonna break the screens over here, man. Yeah, definitely breaking news. Hendrix has left the room. That's for sure.
All right, we are going to go ahead and grab some what are we grabbing here? Some more Nvidia. So we're already in 25 shares. We just buffed that up to 50. And then I'm also going to go ahead and grab. So the $400 calls expiring today are about $1.60. What's the spread like on them? It's about a 2-cent spread. Nothing crazy.
That was funny. So on MP, it gave me 24 shares at 21.65, and then it came up, and then when it came down right now, I just filled that last little remaining share. I was like, what? Oh, all right. It had 24, and then I just filled one more. Keeping an eye on it, seeing if we can get this lift. The Qs are not really pushing strong, but at least it got back above the VWAP. But that's what I need to come back, like the market. Let's start making a move.
On D-Dog, we were so close to taking gains. We actually hit it. You can see right here, we hit it, but unfortunately, it did not give us a fill. So that sucks. But
yeah, you guys know how I feel about D-Dog. Doo-doo dog.
That's funny, Becca.
Yeah, funny. Buddy does that too. Cats mark things by rubbing their face against it because they have glands that excretes hormones or scents or whatever. And so Buddy will walk around my desk marking everything, and he ends up pushing my monitor, and he ruins the little setup that I have. But
yeah, I don't mind the monitor going left and right. When it starts going from horizontal to vertical, now we're having issues. Oh, man. And the thing is, this is the one that's stacked. So the one on top was just like, dude, this thing's about to fly. Sam wants me to look at Unity. Well, this is the place where we want to be looking at, I think, it's growth. Unity, nice bottoming chart. I really like it. Every time it's pulling back the last 3 days, it's been bought up. So do I like Unity? Yeah. Nice little setup. Every time it's been, like every day, it's been pulling back. Look at the 30th. Pulls back, recovers. 31st, pulls up, pulls back, recovers. What happens on the 1st? Pulls up, pulls back, recovers. Well, I'm just keeping with the trend, right? And I think that's sometimes some things that we can use, right? Well, you see it the last 3 or 4 days, pulls back and recovers.
Sorry about that noise again. I was trying to purchase two contracts of NVIDIA $400 calls expiring today. Instead, I purchased 20. So that gave me a little heart attack. But we're back, though. We're good. We have 2 contracts of NVIDIA $400 calls expiring today. We got filled at $1.80. Stacked monitors, first world problems. Yeah, I've got 4 nice ones here.
I mean, these are cheap, man. You don't even need to go expensive with monitors nowadays. I have some that are like $100.
Marie asking, has Buddy or Hendrix ever caused you to buy or sell a stock accidentally? So my previous cat, Nan, did do that. Yes. She walked on the keyboard, ended up buying 300 shares of a stock that I, didn't necessarily care for. It went up 6 cents, and I closed the trade and bought her some food for the money she made me. It was not very much, but I had a mini heart attack when that happened, Marie. Just a mini one.
Well,
yeah, that's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah. So, and monitors. So here we go. So I actually recently had a problem. One of my 4K monitors stopped working. It was when I would turn it on, it would flicker for 10 minutes, and then finally it would turn on. And then one day it just never stopped flickering. So and that was a 4K screen. So I actually was able to buy a MSI brand 4K 28-inch monitor for $279 off Newegg. Just an amazing deal. It's not my main monitor. My main gaming monitor needs to be 144 hertz, but the secondary monitors can be 60 hertz, no problem. So was able to find a really, really good price on a 4K monitor. 1080p monitors are a dime a dozen. You can find those in the bargain bin at most stores.
All right.
No, I don't use Simpleton. I do not use curved monitors yet. Everyone recommends them to me. The way my setup is I have 3 monitors that make kind of like a semicircle and then 1 monitor above the main one. So we picture it as an upside down T. I get the curve effect by angling the monitors. And if I were to get a curved one, I would have to replace all 3 screens. And there's just no reason for me to do that right now. I hear great things about those though.
PayPal going higher. Definitely a miss for me today. That should have been a stock that I nailed. And the worst part is if I did the prop trade correctly, I would have just nailed that. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, you knew what you were doing today. You just did horrible on execution. So, hey, just let it go. Square moving higher, though, too. That's a really nice swing for me. I'll keep riding that.
How much is...
We'll see if I get stopped out in MP materials, have the stop out ready, and not going to test myself today. And so if I get stopped out, it is what it is. Just going to let the trade work. If it works, it works. If not, so be it, man.
All right. So I missed this, but CBAT ended up working. We talked about this one a little bit earlier, up near the highs here. So this has been kind of grinding higher. We do have a little bit of increased volume here, so definitely one to watch on CBAT. That was a good call.
That's weird.
We'll see what happens in this trade there. MP Visa looks interesting because just bottoming action down the bottom. Had a nice pop there early on to 230s. We'll see if this can recover back up through 229s and get back towards 230s. Kind of like how it's just bottoming here. If you look at it on like a 5-minute, you can see it a little bit cleaner. See how it's just bottoming out right there. Will it make this move right back up? Something that I'm looking at.
On my Moomoo account, everybody knows that I am in 3rd place, which isn't bad until you consider that there's only 3 of us in the challenge.
Hey, you don't got to tell nobody that.
I have $138 left from the 500, and I am all in on Win, ticker WYNN. I went ahead and purchased the 104 calls expiring next week for $1.24. So I guess I'll still have about $14 left over in case this one goes to 0.
When?
Yep, Win. And the reason I purchased that is because you've already got so many options coming into this ticker, and you just had the 108 calls coming in as well. So I'm in Win, 104 calls expiring next week at $1.24.
And you're talking Win Resorts, right?
That is correct. Ticker
WYNN.
And
I think Win is best in breed. The one thing to note there is that the headwinds you have is that because China locked down so ferociously, COVID hasn't spread through most of their community, and that's happening now. So you might get headlines about closures and this and that, and that is absolutely going to affect the Macau exposure that Win has.
I appreciate the heads up.
We'll see what happens. Let's see if they do another. You don't want them to do another lockdown, that's for sure. I saw that they were getting a little bit COVID spikes. Hopefully that doesn't come true. All right, we'll see what else is going on. Stay tuned for a little bit, team. We got, of course, All Access. That'll be coming up next. That's going to start at 11. We're just about wrapping up there. Visa seems like one of the best outlooks right now. I really like that one. I'm not going to take it right now because I'm already in a different trade here with Moomoo. But interesting stock that I'll be keeping an eye on Visa. Definitely keep your eyes on, of course, technology stocks today. They're slightly in the green. Can they get back strong into the green? Strongest stocks today, financial services, industrials, basic materials. If we go to the Explore tab here on Moomoo, you guys can see department stores still doing well. Macy's bouncing back today. So keep your eyes on stocks like that. And of course, check out Moomoo, all the analytics that it has to offer. I'll throw up the link in the chat. And you guys can also just always hit that QR code top right corner, and we'll start wrapping it up. Boys, you guys want to wrap up on your trading action on the day? At least just give us a little insight of what happened.
Yeah, I basically just took some small trades. I'm green on the day, but not by anything notable. Green by $130 here today. So really, really not a whole lot going on. What I'm mostly concerned with is how does this market actually behave? I'm expecting a sell-off. Tech started to kind of sell off here today, but has caught now. So I want to see if that changes. We'll see if we do any positions over the weekend. I will let you know. Definitely follow me on Twitter if you want to see those positions. I'll list them there if the show's not running.
All right, for me, it's simply NVIDIA. All I want for this lovely Friday is for NVIDIA to go ahead and tap 400 once again. We've also got D-Dog and we've also got Carvana. Even though I bought my car from CarMax, it is what it is. Happy Friday, y'all. Enjoy the weekend, and we will see you on Monday. AB, if you can hear me, hi, buddy. He can't. He doesn't have headphones in. Terrible. All right, I'm out.
All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping it up here. I'll bring up my screen, and then in a second, we'll be joined by AB as he kicks things off, of course, on All Access. This is where we get to the stories, right? Stories are definitely what I always like to hear from, because at the end of the day, you never know when the next big opportunity is presenting itself. All right, guys, I'll keep battling in my MP position. You guys know where my stop is, towards the 50. Have it in right now. And then we'll see if this can get another lift. Visa already kind of reversing from that bottoming action. That's looking decent. We'll see if that can make it back towards 230. And of course, made a mistake today. And like always, we can learn from that. That's what this show is really all about. It's not necessarily to show you guys that trading perfectly right or that we're going to get a Lamborghini tomorrow. It's all about learning from our mistakes, improving our skills, and showing process approach, right? That's all about trying to be disciplined. Today, I failed on that discipline, failed on my execution in one of the trades of the prop. And all we can do is just learn from the mistakes. But now to kick it to All Access, AB's ready to take it over. My man, green shirt, green luck, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. You know, I had to bust out the green shirt for a green day in the markets. At least it was a green day last time I checked. Yep, SPY up 1.23%. Big day in the market. You know, green shirt brings out the green in the markets as well. Love to see it. Thank you to everyone joining us on today's All Access. Very excited about this one. I'm going to be bringing on Dr. Anne-Marie Sastry from Amosite. We're going to be talking about some cool AI tools. I mean, AI has been the biggest story of the year so far in terms of the market. You look at some of the players. I mean, NVIDIA up more than 100% on the year. Amazon, Google, all these names running on AI. We're going to talk to someone with experience in AI. I think without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Anne-Marie on the show. All right, Dr. Anne-Marie Sastry, thank you for taking time out of your busy Friday to join us on Benzinga. How are you doing today?
Couldn't find a better way to spend a Friday morning. Nice to see you, Aaron.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. So before we get started, Dr. Sastry, do you mind just giving us a brief introduction, kind of an overview on Amosite for someone who may not be familiar?
Sure. And for you and all your watchers, everybody calls me Anne-Marie. Amosite is an artificial intelligence software company. We build learning systems for universities, businesses, government, and nonprofits like museums. We deliver AI that's usable for education. It is the topic of the moment. We believe we were the first edtech company actually to integrate GPT-3 and then followed rapidly on its heels with GPT-4. And we are big believers in the technology. What you hear a lot is that no matter what happens, some idiot's pet theory is going to turn out to be correct. I've been saying this for 5 years. We started the company 5 years ago, and now I think the general public understands the power of the technology and how transformative it is.
Yeah, and I mean, so now with the kind of rise of ChatGPT and other AI tools, it seems like everyone is trying to figure out, okay, how can we integrate this AI into our business, or how can we help us? But you guys have been doing this for 5 years. What type of kind of advantage does this give you guys as now AI is becoming more of a hot topic?
There's one set of philosophical advantages and one set of technical advantages. Philosophical advantages are really, this is the way the world is going to be. So we need to code and deliver services for the world that uses AI on a day-to-day basis. Very simple as that. The reality is, if you don't have an AI-powered shop, company, organization, you're not going to be competitive. The overwhelming advantage of AI is going to basically crush companies that don't integrate it in some way. So you really have to think about the world as if all of your people are using AI on a day-to-day and even minute-to-minute basis. The technological advantages are also extreme. When you build to integrate, you do things very differently. We built our architecture. We are an Azure company. We are a Microsoft partner. Microsoft's been great to us. Actually, Microsoft even wrote a story about us on their marketing website, which is very cool. We use Microsoft tools and Microsoft infrastructure, so we have a backbone that allows us to integrate the latest and greatest technologies very, very quickly. We decided early on that our customers and our users, our customers were a B2B company, our users are their learners, needed to have access to AI, excuse me, and I look like a deep fake there for a second. It needed to have access to AI, and importantly, would use it minute by minute. So instead of being in a silo in a learning experience where you're just looking at 8, 12-year-old material from a textbook long ago, you're really looking at information that's found for you, mass customized by a bot that enhances your learning experience. Additionally, instead of just creating content by your lonesome, one human beings are using AI to create, and so will students. So trying to think about a world with AI is like trying to think about a world with calculators and accounting. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, so can we, give me like a tangible example of someone who may be a customer of Amosite? You mentioned like a B2B company. I don't know if you're, can say specifically, types of customers that you guys have had, or just, those types of companies.
Sure, I could be really specific. We've been public about our customers and what we're doing for them,
Okay.
and there are actually case studies on our website. We're NASDAQ AMST. Our website is www.amosite.com, and you can watch the little video clips. What our customers appreciate is the capability to deliver mass customized, very, very sticky, very, very engaging learning experiences. Our retentions are 99% for paid learning experiences, which we think is an unheard of number in online in general. MOOCs, so-called MOOCs, retention rate of less than 5%, most paid learning about 60%, Amosite 99%. So our customers love our use of AI because it makes drudgery go away. A 24/7 bot is available to answer questions for their learners. So if they're a university and they've elected to use our AI solutions, they can run professional learning programs anywhere in the world. And rather than waiting for the turnaround time of an email to a TA, a bot can answer the question right away. Additionally, contextualized information appears on the platform using AI. So if you're teaching a very hot topic like AI, AI is one of the many things we teach on the platform for our customers, a news feed comes up with articles that are relevant to AI. So people aren't trapped in canonical materials. They're actually seeing new stuff all the time. So our customers have a big advantage. They can launch systems in 24 hours flat on an infrastructure that's scalable out of the box with a company that's integrating AI tools very rapidly and turning them into product solutions. And it takes care of their learners. Their learners have access to this powerful technology.
Wow, I mean, that's just incredible. I'm on the website now. Remind me, where are you again? Are you in Detroit, Ann Arbor?
Ann Arbor. The company
Ann Arbor?
is we're headquartered in Detroit, and we're actually a completely distributed business. So we have employees all over the country. They like it. We've won 14 Workplace Excellence Awards, and it's remote work and distributed work is great for computing.
That's awesome. We're right in downtown Detroit right now. We're doing this virtual interview. You're only like 30, 40 minutes away. We should have had you come in the office.
I have one time, so it was really fun. Your office is very cool.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, so can you talk a little bit more about, like, do you have any types of predictions for how do you, I mean, like, it's been so rapid, right? I mean, ChatGPT kind of what came out in like January, so 5-6 months ago. What about 6 months from now? Like, where do you think people are going to be implementing and using even more AI than they are right now?
You're right. ChatGPT just came out a few months ago. We actually, our Valentine to our customers in the tech world was to integrate it, GPT-3, on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023.
Okay.
So we were fast. And that's where I think the world is going. The world is going very, very fast. Competitors to OpenAI are coming out all the time with new solutions. Large language models are going to become prevalent. There will be a very intense competition, and companies will need to stay on the balls of our feet in order to integrate those technologies. You need to have the infrastructure and the mindset to want to do that. We are an AI first company. We have been thinking about this for a long time. We are integrating it very rapidly. We think that buying any software platform, even now, that doesn't contain some AI-powered features is a mistake, because any platform that comes out with AI-powered features is going to be faster, stronger, better, less expensive, etc.
Makes sense. So with these specific case studies, I mean, what have been some of the takeaways?
The big wins for us have been both with the customers themselves and making things more efficient for them. We offer our solution bundled with services. So we come and not only offer the platform, but also offer explanations of what's happening in the world, what technologies they might want to integrate, how it works with their existing workflows and infrastructures, what kinds of content they need. Amosite actually builds content for many of our customers, and we use AI tools to do it, so we can do it very rapidly. So we always try to come in with a customer and remove the brain damage of setting up a big learning system for a lot of users, complete with content with no friction. For our users, for their customers, so a university's students, for example, or a business's employees that are experiencing learning on the platform, we work very hard to make sure that all of the interfaces are super easy. We do 100% of customer success. Big open secret, we do that because it's not very expensive for us, because the system is really easy to use. If a really hard to use system, you're going to have a really huge customer success department. Ours is very agile. And the most we've ever irritated our users is by offering to help them too much. And they send us an email saying, go away. It operates like social media. We like to say nobody has to come to your house and explain to you how to use Spotify or Netflix. Nobody should have to sit and hold your hand and explain how to use your learning platform. Social media have cracked the code for making easy interfaces, and Amosite uses that mindset in design.
Got it. So, what about, I mean, like just walking me through kind of like a tangent. So say, like Wayne State here is offering a course on rock climbing, and I want to take the course on rock climbing. How would like Amosite help me with this experience?
We go to a customer and we say, what are your skills? If your skills, if what your domain is, if what your cohort is, wants to understand rock climbing and wants to know the basics of that, or wants to understand AI or electric vehicles, like at Wayne State, or at one of our big companies, EGC, we've recently renewed with them. They have over 1,000 people on the platform. They're in 10 countries. Their systems are complex. They're in a couple of hundred factories all over the world, and they need their workforce to be able to come online and get their professional development quickly, efficiently. They need to be able to track it all over the world. Amosite comes in with a solution that says, give us your content, we'll put it on the platform, or you can put your content on the platform. Here, it's easy. Here's how you do it. Their workforce, their workers can come on 24/7 anywhere in the world, watch a module, experience a laboratory, talk with their colleagues, attend a webinar, all in a system that's branded to the company. That's really important. Amosite always brands to our customers, so we don't create this cognitive confusion and friction. People aren't going to some anonymous tech company to just, sort of drop into a learning environment and then go back to work. They're at work. They're at their museum. They're at their university. The user experience is easy, and it's social, and it's trackable. So for the customer, they can track all the progress of all their employees, no matter where they are, and get direct reports.
That makes a lot of sense. So I know, or actually, I shouldn't say I know, but my feeling is that I feel like a lot of these big public institute, like state schools and stuff are kind of like, they might be interested in AI or what's on the cutting edge, but they might be like a little bit slower to move just because they have to go through the government and get, all this stuff. Have you seen is that accurate, or have you seen like a lot of these state schools or schools just being like, yeah, we want to get on board with AI. We want to do what we can right now, right away?
Our customers care less about using the latest tech and more about whether it works and whether it's efficient. We work alongside existing systems. Virtually all universities have some online presence. Some is very early days, and they use an incumbent typically. They'll choose the Amosite solution to do, for example, professional development alongside other systems because it's so easy. You sign a contract with us, everything is turnkey. You get the services, you get the platform, you get the consultation. We take care of the users, we create the content. So it's an all-in-one package. They don't have to, wait for a 3 or 5 year cycle of contract to expire before they try something. The AI is what drives it, but the outcomes are what they care about. And from a technical perspective, I'm also a nerd. From a technical perspective, If you're not using AI in these core functions, you're not leveraging the most advantageous technology that's available on planet Earth.
Got it. So they just care about, wanting their solutions and getting everything, and so AI allows that to happen. They're not really focused on just wanting the AI or the cutting edge technology.
That's right. And that's a discussion, right? Because everybody understands the advantage of being able to take a huge corpus of information, create an outline and a course out of it quickly. The pathway to do that is through AI. Because if you have to do this manually with human beings, you have a completely different workflow. You have to hire people, you hire consultants, you hire subject matter experts, you do all these things. Using AI, you can quickly create content, snap it to a template and deliver it, and then have it reviewed by humans, of course. And, some of those steps have humans in the loop, but the reality is process A with AI in the loop, process B, manual process, there's no comparison. So that's a very easy conversation.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's like I said, for the market, for investors, AI has been by far the biggest topic of the year, all anyone can talk about. And for people that aren't in it, like you are on a day in basis, like seeing how, kind of how big AI and how powerful it is already and how great it's going to become. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize how transformative this technology will potentially be.
I think everybody has to understand a couple of things. One, in order to survive as a business, you need to integrate AI software solutions, period, hard stop, end of story. Every business runs on software platforms. So you have to be a smart buyer.
Even like a mom and pop restaurant, how you think from down the line, everyone will figure out a way to somehow integrate AI?
Most AI is coming to the public through companies like ours, and it's under the hood. So I think from an investment standpoint, one of the things I look at is, do they have an AI powered strategy? Because if they don't, they're not going to survive. They're not going to be fast enough. They're not going to be efficient. They're not going to be adaptive enough. Let's take your example of the corner bakery or a corner restaurant. They have a website. They use an online tool to allow people to make a reservation. They have logistics that they have to manage. They're licensing platforms all the time. AI will come to them through those platforms. And, it's sort of like the software companies that do this. We are Legion. I mean, coming to these businesses through the platforms that they use every day to make their jobs easier. That's the key. That's how AI is coming out. So is the corner restaurant or the corner bakery going to have to figure out the interface to open AI and figure out how to build widgets? No. What they're going to do is buy software solutions that smartly leverage these technologies so they can do their jobs. And if you look at, for example, what Microsoft is doing, they make it easy for companies like ours to leverage their infrastructure so we can be scalable to millions of users on day one. We've been in fast track programs. We've had a great experience using Microsoft as part of our infrastructure. And then that allows us to become experts at what we do in education. So we're interfacing with people in education, whether it's corporate, whether it's universities, whether it's nonprofits, whether it's government, so we can deliver our solution. And the companies that are delivering the generative AI don't have to go directly into each and every one of these markets. They generate revenue with companies like us leveraging their infrastructure. It's a total win-win.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. Well, Anne-Marie, thank you for joining us on Benzinga's All-Access today. Is there anything that we, haven't touched on that you'd like to?
I would love, I guess I would love to close with, we're growing. We're extremely happy to have re-signed customers lately. You can look at our press releases. We just completed a successful pilot at an HBCU. We're in a big strategic relationship with the organization that represents all 280 or so, 180 or so HBCUs and PBI. So we're headed and we're hunting big game now, and that's really fun. And it's just really, it's a thank you to all of our shareholders and investors, because we're really excited for them to become successful too.
That's awesome. Well, Anne-Marie, thank you again for joining us. It was great to talk to you. Hope we can catch up again soon. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a great weekend.
You too. Have a great weekend, Avi. Take care.
All right, guys, that was Dr. Anne-Marie Sastry from Amesite. Ticker is up there on the screen somewhere. Where am I going? This way? Whoa, left. AMST. Go check it out. Happy Friday, y'all. Big day. Before we sign off, let's check in on the markets one more time. We got the SPY price going up 1.3%. Your Qs up 8.8%. Wow, tech kind of lagging today. That must mean what's doing well. Energy, XLE up 2.5%. XLF, your financials up about 2.3% too. Big day for value. Big day for value. The Dow is up 1.7%, leading the SPY, leading the Qs. You don't see this too often. I know my boy Warren B's having a good day then. Burke B up more than 2%. I think I saw Warren bought more Oxy recently. I mean, Oxy up 2%. I thought this dude, Warren, said he wasn't buying more. I thought he like didn't want to cross a certain threshold and become the owner. I don't know. It seems like he's going to just outright own Oxy at some point. Either way, that was your quick market update brought to you by AB. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Friday. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Stay safe. We've got the Detroit Grand Prix downtown here this weekend. If you want to come hang out, me. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next week, next Tuesday, next Monday. We'll be back. Peace and love, y'all.